Hey, welcome to Day Juan's Aerial Quad channel. It is March 6th. It's a Friday here in 2026, and I am in Barnhart, Missouri. It's about 5 p.m., and I decided to bring the old Mini 5 Pro out and do a little flying. I've got the Indy 8 filter on, and I'm rocking some pro camera settings. You can see here, ISO's 200, shutter is at 400. Just trying out some stuff. I'll stick to 400 for now. And 5200 temperature. Speaking of temperature, it's a warm one out here in Missouri today. We are at 80. We hit 80 today. So quite toasty for the beginning of March. Weather's been pretty wild lately, so can't really be too surprised that it got plenty warm today. But you're here in Barnhart, Missouri. I'm inching my way north. Done a little bit of Peevely, a little bit of Herculaneum. Keep on going. Now, I when I was a small child, lived in Barnhart, but it's been quite a while, so I'm not much of an expert anymore. There's a big Lutheran church up on this hill, and that is where I am parked right now. So I ought to have a pretty decent view of a good part of the town. Now, the town itself, yeah, it's been a minute. I remember the post office was somewhere right around here. Let's see, is that a mail postal vehicle there in the lot? Maybe. Hard to say. The post office in the last, 10 years or so has been closing some branches and consolidating quite a bit, so hard to say. What we got out here in the distance? Oh, it's a water tower. And what a shame I won't be able to make it that far, I don't think. Alright, well, let's fly on over here. We're across Z Highway. Not Z Highway. What is that highway? I'll have to think on that. Is it M? Might be M. I'll post that if I think of it. If anyone's interested in what highway that is in Barnhart, Missouri. Yeah, this neighborhood we're getting into now is called Parkton. And that's the thing I remember because I used to live in this neighborhood when I was a little bitty guy growing up. I remember this big house right here. Apparently that was the original house. And this was all farmland. And then, as is so prone to happen, a person passed away, kids didn't want the house, or the farmland rather, and they sold the land to a developer, and they made a big, pretty big subdivision here. It's kind of neat little skylight there. Just a whole bunch of single-family homes. Pretty old. If this neighborhood's where I lived, it's been there at least 30 years. So we're down to one bar. We actually are just over a mile away, and the drone is pretty much facing straight behind me, or I guess off to the side. So we'll bring it back here in a bit. Okay, this is that same highway. Again, I think it's M. I will have posted that by now, so you'll know for sure. But let's head off this direction, see what we can spot. Looks like a cemetery. Good size cemetery. Any kind of signage we can make out from up here? No. Afraid not. interesting. If I find something about that, I will post that as well. Yeah, March, early March, so grass is starting to turn green. I haven't really noticed anything popping on trees yet. That will probably take a bit longer. Oh, there's a hearse now. So, someone, grave being prepared, or maybe probably finished. Typically, I mean, they'll have to dig the hole before the service, but then they'll, after the service itself is over, the crew has to stay and finish up the burial. So, this is 5 in the afternoon, so I'm guessing probably a service has been finished and someone is getting all wrapped up there. Once again, very indicative of Missouri, or at least most parts of Missouri, these rolling hills everywhere. So, my plan is to put this video up here in the very near future. Right now, I've got my Summer 2025 Road Trip series all edited and wrapped up. The last video is going to come out the end of April, along with a supercut. There's going to be a supercut. It's over 8 hours long, and it's every video in that entire series, just mashed into one big video. And I've got that trip I made back in January. I've got those, so the summer videos are coming out on Mondays. The January trip videos are coming out on Thursdays. So I'm working on getting some more content after that flow, but I'm just kind of flying around for now, getting some fresh stuff. Make sure I don't forget how to edit videos. A video that just came out this week, forgot music. I just was watching it back yesterday after it uploaded, or after it went live, the St. James, Missouri video. I just didn't put music in it. So that's an interesting error in that one. So if you keep an eye on that, on all these videos, don't want to get rusty, don't want to do too many at one time. Pretty sure when I edited and uploaded that video, I had done a ton of videos just that day. As always, thanks to Dead Armadillo Sounds for the groovy tunes. Let's head on up north, up the highway a little bit. As you get north of Barnhart, you get to another little town called Imperial. And then after that, you get into the bigger town here in the area called Arnold. You can probably see the Arnold Water Tower from here. Now, water towers being, yep, there it is right there. Water towers being, kind of the meme on this channel. This one is kind of a big deal here in the southern St. Louis area. For many years, it was this green color, and people had a love-hate relationship with the green color. So then here, 10 years ago or so, they painted it sky blue. And a lot of folks just lost their minds about that. I remember getting some sketchy connection. Let's try to bring it on back closer. Pop it up the rest of the 400 feet. But yeah, people lost their minds about that.
Max altitude reached.
Thank you. So I remember even on Snapchat, as you drive through the town of Arnold, the little filters you can use, the geo filters. There's one that's the old green water tower off to the side. That's fun. Here. Interstate, we got evening, not quite rush hour traffic. I-55 usually gets a lot busier than this rush hour time, so it's pretty calm right now. And here, off on this side of the interstate, that's not really a place I've ever spent much time. Right here in this, in Barnhart. Looking off here, we can see old mighty Mississippi. Now, it's been raining like crazy lately. I don't know if the river's really going to be up, but some of the creeks have been very high lately. Last just 2 or 3 days. I don't know if I'll be able to get any footage there, and by the time they've already gone down. The one I drove past on the way here didn't really look very remarkable. So the creeks themselves maybe didn't get hit too hard long term. But just stuff in the area was crazy. Like ponds were very full, overflowing. Places that aren't supposed to be ponds were ponds for a day or two. It was interesting. Okay. So messing with the ND filters. Again, I'm working on that and starting to use those a little bit, but I'm still no expert. This looks pretty good. I think it looks pretty good on the controller. We'll see what it looks like on the 4K. All right, someone else is pulling into the church here. I wonder, this is the Lenten season. I wonder if maybe there is going to be an event in here today. Hard to say. I do want to make it out here to this water tower. I got 8 minutes, and that's pretty small. We're going to stick full on forward. I guess that's about normal speed for the 5 Pro. No, I think it's a little slow. It's supposed to be in the low mid 30s on the 5 Pro. So we're not quite full speed right now. It is windy. I noticed that earlier. It's a nice windy day. Maybe we won't make it all the way out to that tower. I want to get on up the road and see if I can find a creek to fly at. But here, this is a famous ice cream place here. You see the cone. It's called Ginny's. I've heard they have good chicken tenders too, but I don't really order chicken tenders very much at my age. Leave those for the kids. Nothing wrong with chicken tenders, of course. Alright, so something on this tower, and then it looks like some mining operation here. Yeah, similar to other spots in the area, probably limestone. All the lead processing and everything we've seen in videos past is all farther south. I don't know if we can see the Herculaneum smell. Oh, yeah, we sure can. That's the Herky smelter tower down there. Yeah, I shouldn't doubt it. It's pretty tall. It sticks up pretty good. Yeah, Herky's lead smelting tower. But, well, we've made it this far. We're going to go all the way to the dang water tower, see what it says. Signal's good. ND8. Here, just for giggles, throw it in auto, see what it recommends. Yeah, it brightens it up significantly. We'll leave it looking like that for now. What do we got here? C1 water. Huh. No idea. One of the school districts around here, Fox, is Fox C6, but that's a different number. Not to brag about my immense knowledge of numbers or anything, but 1 and 6 are not the same thing, so yeah, I don't know what C1 is. It looks to be some sort of warehouse or manufacturing. I don't know what that is. There are the train tracks here, and I don't really see any connection. And we got one of these crazy intersections with the interstate. I know MoDOT here in Missouri loves to build weird ones. I imagine it's similar in other states. Like, in fact, on that summer 2025 road trip, I was in a town in New Mexico. I can never remember the name of the town. I didn't fly there. I just stopped for gas. But I got off the interstate, and I had to go underneath the overpass then to the left to go to a gas station. In the amount of time to go, I don't know, 200 yards, I drove through 3 back-to-back-to-back roundabouts. Or maybe it was 2 back-to-back and one on the other side of the highway. But it was an obscene amount of roundabouts that I was having to drive on. Very strange. But there is a fascination with roundabouts. Yeah, that's a nice shot. Well, anyway, I'll go on blathering like an old man, waving my fist at the sky another time. I think we'll wrap up Barnhart for now. Thanks for watching DJI's Aerial Quad channel, and I do hope that I see you next time.